Uncle Walter had just, you know, now that I think about it, they just bought this big farm. I mean, it's a big farm, like a big barn and chicken pens and whatnot in it inside. And he showed me around how things work there.
So this is North Dakota?
No.
Now this is
Gettysburg.
near Gettysburg.
Oh.
And
this is before his parents were going to go out to North Dakota.
My mother's favorite brother named Walter.
Okay.
And he married a fine lady from Washington. They'd been living in Washington, working in construction, which my uncle owned. One of his brothers owned. And her father was quite a successful construction builder owner in Washington. So she was very fine. She had a sister who was in Holland, and her folks had just left their car parked at his place there, and they had gone to visit Europe. So you know, very fine folks. And he takes, you know, show me in the barn, and there's a chicken pen in the barn.
Chicken pen?
Pen. It's probably twice as big as this room is.
Oh, like.
And he fed chickens. I mean, the chickens stayed there. He fed them corn on the cob, you know, dried corn on the cob that hadn't been shelled. They just throw a bunch of those ears in there and they pick it up. And he took me in there and showed me that's where we poop, in the chicken pen. And you use the corn cob to wipe with.
Well, I've heard of using the corn cob to
And he
wipe with.
demonstrated that.
To you?
God, I can't.
But he actually
Yes,
did his own poop.
he was ready to do a poop.
So he pooped in the chicken house,
Yeah.
and then showed you how to wipe with the corn cob.
Ew.
And that corn cob had corn on it, or?
No, it's got the chickens that
So
picked
it's
it
just
up.
the cob.
It's a fresh, just plain old cob.
You gave it to the
You heard things rough as a cob.
Well, I've heard people using a corn cob to wipe with, but
Well, that's where the rough as a cob comes from, you know. Who cares how, it doesn't have any sensation except to use it as a wipe. You know, who would think of a
who
corn
would
cob
ever
being
think about
rough?
using it as a wipe would be no question.
Weren't using it to wipe with.
Did you give it to the chickens?
What was in the chicken
Oh,
house?
in the chicken house, they
They
just
wouldn't
poop
eat
on the
that.
floor. Just poop on the floor.
So just poop anywhere on the floor and then wipe with the
Now,
corn
can you
cob.
imagine anything like that?
That's disgusting.
I
It
know.
was absolutely disgusting.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
So this was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
This is back about 80 years ago. No, about 70 years ago, right? About
So
70.
1940 something.
71 years ago, yeah.
So 1944.
5 or 6 or something, you know.
Really?
Or 8, 10, yeah. The war's over, so it's gonna be like. I'm 37, I'm 9, so that's 46. Age 46.
1946.
1946, war's just over.
Wow. They couldn't afford paper?
Paper.
Wipe your butt.
Oh.
So I had no idea what she did. But we did find there was a toilet, outhouse around back of some other buildings, and eventually moved it over there, moved the outhouse, and had an old catalog in for paper.
Oh, here's my butt.
So did
So
you?
I think I must have gone, when he told me there was one over there.
You went and found it.
I found it.
Like Uncle
'Cause
Walter.
I don't think I ever did it in that.
Uncle Walter, I'm glad you enjoy this
Yeah.
method. I'm going to go
No.
find your
Good gracious, that really sounds primitive, does it not?
It is primitive,
Oh my gosh.
but
Did you do that?
she knows when